This is Camera Shit, and today I have some news for you. On this point, I want to give you a review of my DJI Mavic Pro, but it's so freaking cold outside. I cannot do a comfortable test. So instead, you get the latest news. Panasonic gave us a list of the specs and the price for their highly expected Panasonic GH5. And this is, it looks like a stills camera. It is a stills camera in first place, but it has some features a lot of digital film cameras are missing. And the GH5 comes up with 4K internally. Okay, this is not a problem, but this camera records 4K in 10-bit 422 color space internally. And this is really awesome. You have a data rate of 150 mbits per second. This is really nice. And it can go up in 4K up to 60 frames, but in 8-bit 420 color space. But there will be a firmware update in April, I think, where you will get 4K up to 30 frames per second in 10-bit 422 color space. This is great. You will also get a 4:3 anamorphic mode in 6K internally. The camera has a 5-axis image stabilization or sensor stabilization, which we know from the Sony a7S II and the Sony a7R II. So it allows you to shoot quite steady shots with analog lenses, for example. But with this camera and special lenses, you can get a dual image stabilization system. So the lens will stabilize the image and the sensor too, so we'll get a lot of more steady shots, but it will not like shooting on a Steadicam or a gimbal. So I recommend you check out Luke Neumann's promo film he made with the Panasonic GH5, or about this Panasonic GH5. And he used this dual image stabilization system, and I put the link into the description. Also the behind the scenes video where he is talking about different shots, different possibilities, especially this dual stabilization mode. The camera, what else? It comes in a magnesium body. Seems like it is weather sealed. That is a very nice thing. It will have an incredible viewfinder with, I think, 3.7 megapixels resolution, and this is a sharpness, a quality record, I think. The sensor is a 20 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, and this was sometimes an issue for many filmmakers that say, or maybe wannabe filmmakers, that said you cannot reach the film look with a micro four thirds sensor because you need Super 35 or full frame, but I'm not on the same page with them. I'm using a Blackmagic Cinema camera for years now, and I also get a nice shallow depth of field. If you know what you're doing, it's no problem, I think. A very cool thing is to create 4K images, you don't need 20 megapixels, but the Panasonic GH5 uses the whole sensor and downsampled the image down to 4K. And for example, this is something similar Canon did with the C cameras. It's C300 or C100, for example. They had a 4K image sensor and downsampled it to a very lovely full HD inside of the camera. So I'm looking forward to that image. What's about the rolling shutter? With these cameras, this is very often a big problem. But with this camera, the GH5 will have a minimal rolling shutter effect, which should be similar to Red or Ari, and that is also very impressive, I think. Panasonic also improved the noise reduction inside of this camera, and you will get wave monitoring, which is very helpful, I think. The GH5 will have a couple of picture profiles, including scene-alike picture profiles, but to get Vlog, you have to pay for the download. The shipping month will be the March this year, and the price will be around 2,000 euros for the body and 2,600 euros for the model with the Leica 12 to 60 millimeter lens. So my overall thoughts about this camera: I'm not a Panasonic guy, but the features look impressive to me, and I would love to see all that features in a real film camera body. just like a Panasonic GH5 102 model. That would be nice. So hope this was interesting for you, and until next time.